Boom! Yo! God! The thing goes...
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cosmos, and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the ultimate guide to the final Reich within the new World War II zombies. You guys absolutely love these ultimate guides, so I'm hitting you guys up with another one. I do these every single map that does come out. Basically, what this guide will show you is how to do absolutely everything you need to do in the map to get set up, basically. I'm not going to be giving you guys the Easter eggs or any of that stuff, because that will just make the video go for way too long. But I'm going to be giving you guys the basics such as power, pack-a-punch, and all of that other sort of stuff within the map. So you guys will know the basics, and also you guys will know how to pack-a-punch and upgrade all the Tesla weapons and everything to do with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I put a lot of effort into this video. It took me 3 hours to actually get the recordings, and who knows how long it's going to take me to do the editing, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, if you guys could, by supporting me out, I would love if you guys could go ahead and smash that like button. If we could go for 100 likes on this video, I know it is an absolutely insane goal, but I think we can go ahead and hit that, guys. That would be absolutely insane. Also, if you guys haven't already, chuck on that notification bell to my channel, and also subscribe as well to stay up to date with all the videos coming in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you guys do enjoy this, but without further ado, let's get into the ultimate guide. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, to begin this video, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a tour around the map and show you guys basically where everything is. This is going to be your spawn area. Obviously, I'm on around 32 right now, and I got a lot of guys, a lot of these big brute zombies around me, so I need to watch out for them. This is your spawn area. Right over here, you will have your quick revive right where I'm looking there. You can go ahead, buy that for 500 points. As you open up the first door, we can go around to the map here. This is kind of like the main courtyard of the map, the village square, it's actually called, as it says in the top right. And you can go ahead, buy your armor over here. This is what I would recommend. Every time you actually do buy the armor, it goes up 500 points each time, and the higher you get, the more points it does go up. So that's basically it. That's why it costs 10,000 for me, but at the start it does cost 500. We do have the well there, which I'll show you guys how to open up that later, and also how to turn on the power and all that stuff. But from here, we can go straight down the well, which is where you'll be going first up, and then you're going to want to come up here to finish off turning the power on. So once you do the first step to turn the power on, which I'll show you guys later, come up here, and that's the second step to turn the power on. After you do that, you can go ahead and come across through this door here, and this is going to be like the main command room of the map. It's got a lot of stuff here. You can do a lot of stuff around this room, and it's kind of like the main hub of the map, really. So basically, over here, this is where you can build the Tesla gun, and if you move down over towards this way, we do have the salt mine door over here, which you have to do a few steps to open up that, but once again, I'll show you guys that in the video. But we have the salt mine tunnels right here. Obviously, there is another armor station up there, and you can continue down here. This is kind of where you do most of your Easter egg steps. You move down here, and then this is the Emperor's Chamber, where you can do a whole bunch of Easter egg steps. So this is like the salt mine part. If you move back up, there's two other areas that we can go to, and these areas are the morgue and the laboratory. These two are pretty important areas, kind of like the two outside bits of the map. We're just getting hit there, not very good. But this right here is the morgue. There's a whole bunch of stuff we can do here. You might have seen this in the actual trailer. So if we go ahead and have a look through here, we do have another armor station there. And we do have this little room here. Not much really in there. We do have a few wall bars around, and this comes in use as well for the Tesla gun. And once again, nothing too much in here. The whole map really links up. So if we come back down here, this is still in the morgue area. We are back connected up to where we jumped down from the well. So now what we can do is we can actually go ahead and go towards the pack-a-punch area. So this pack-a-punch area is an area that you obviously pack-a-punch your weapon. So that is the pack-a-punch machine right there. Once again, later in the video, I'll show you guys how to do that. Got the MP40 wall by there, and basically this is our little pack-a-punch area. It does get really intense here, so make sure that you probably don't want to be running around there too much, honestly. If we come out through this door right here from the pack-a-punch area, it takes us out to the riverside, and then we can go up to the courtyard. And this is another area right here. This is the courtyard. There's sometimes a mystery box location right there. and that is obviously the mystery box in World War II Zombies. And if we go ahead and link down back here, we will find ourselves in the laboratory. So this is the opposite of the way that we went from the morgue. This is the laboratory right here. We can come down. This is a little trap that is actually really good. Like, it attracts all the zombies to the trap. And if we keep following down through the laboratory, down through there, we will actually find ourselves back in the salt mine. And if we just continue up here, we'll find ourselves in the main command room again. So this is basically the main hub that we were at before. That is the morgue area over there. That is the salt area. And that is back in the laboratory. So now, that is most of the map covered, but if we do move actually back up here, we can go ahead and realize that we're back in the main area. That's the well there. And I want to show you guys one last part. This part is really isolated from the rest of the map. So if we do come down here, we can actually go ahead and find a whole bunch of other stuff. So this is called like the tower area. That's the tower over there. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we can do here. So this is just following back down from the riverside that we came down. If you follow down through here, we have another armor station up there. And then we're also going to start with the perks here, guys. So we do actually have one of the perks right here as well. That is basically the double tap of this. But if we do follow up through the pub area, we will make ourselves up into the tower. So this is the tower right here. There's a little bit of stuff you can do here for the Easter egg and also the Tesla gun. So that's basically that there. Also around the map to make it easy to teleport, we do have disposal tubes that we can go down there. Obviously, don't have enough. I've only got 210 points. There's a whole bunch of disposal tubes that we can go down right there, which do help us transport around the map. And those disposal tubes take you straight back to the Pack-a-Punch area of the map. It right here. Increased melee damage, you can go ahead and get that for 2,000 jolts, which the jolts are basically the points in this map.
Moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway.
Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do when you're getting into a game is you're going to want to turn on the power. Power is pretty straightforward on the final Reich, and basically you're just going to have to go ahead and turn 3 valves around, and basically once you've done this, then you'll be able to move on to the next step of power. It's really simple, straightforward. You can get this down round 1 or 2 if you do conserve your points really well. So there's going to be 3 different valves around the map. You're going to want to hold square or X on them, and you can go ahead and do this. So the first thing you want to do is there's one near the armor. If you go to the place where you find the armor in the village square area of the map, you can go ahead and activate that valve. There'll also be one just in front of that if facing the armor machine again. There's going to be a door. You can go ahead and open that door up, and if you just keep following the little red pipes that are going around the map, it will lead you to the valves. So there'll be another valve right there, and then on the other side where kind of near the well, you can also go ahead and turn on that third valve. Pretty simple. Once you've done that, all those valves will allow you to open up the well in the middle of the map. The whole bunch of fire will come exploding out. You can go ahead and all you got to do is just press the button. It will now be able to be activated. A whole bunch of fire will come out of the well, and you can go ahead and actually kill all those zombies that do come out. They are pretty simple as it is on an early round, so they're pretty simple to take out. Take them out easily. Then you can go down the well, and if you go up towards where stamina up is, there is going to be a little generator that you can simply go ahead and hold square on, which will activate the whole power around the map, and then you'll be good to go for the next part of the tutorial. So once you have power on, you can now go ahead and start building the Tesla gun. This is the wonder weapon within the map, and you can also upgrade this, which I'll be showing you guys further in throughout the guide. But first of all, I'm going to be showing you guys how to go ahead and build the thing. So you're going to want to make sure you open up the salt mine door, which is in the command room. It's between the morgue door and the laboratory door in the command room. And if you go over to this thing, it's saying more power is going to be needed to power it, and you're gonna be like, yo, well, I just turn on the power. But for this, you're going to want to turn around the little crank that you see right in front of that door. There's going to be a little crank. You're going to want to hold square or X on that, and it's going to open up that. And then once you've done that, there's going to be 2 power switches on 2 sides of the map. There's going to be one on the morgue and another one in the laboratory. And you're going to want to activate these 2 switches within a certain amount of time. And if you do this in a certain amount of time, you can now go ahead and open up the salt mine door. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do here. You're going to want to go over to one or another, either the laboratory or the morgue, and you're going to want to turn on one of the switches. And then I'll recommend you guys having stamina up. You don't have to, but it would really help out on this step. So just say you start off in the laboratory, go ahead, activate the laboratory switch, go ahead and run off to the morgue, and then you can go ahead and turn on both those switches within a certain amount of time. You do have a fair bit of time to do it, so you should be fine. You should be able to get this done, and then it should open up the salt mine door, and you can go ahead and buy that, and that will activate our first step for the Tesla gun. So if you do go down to this area, you're going to be greeted by some nice explosive zombies there. Just kill them, goes past them until you get down to the little area where you see this big statue. If you go up towards the statue, we're going to be able to turn on the hilt, and this will activate a little area around the statue that you can actually go ahead and collect souls, and then you can just go ahead. I think it's about 10 to 15 zombies in this little area. Then you should be able to go ahead and move on to the next step. So just keep killing zombies around here. It shouldn't take you too long. It is pretty simple to do. Go ahead, do that. Then we can get moving on to our next step of building the Tesla weapon. If you go outside back into the command room, everything will be black. It will be all dark everywhere. There'll be no lights on, and there will be a little kind of like machine in the sky that moves around like a zipline basically, and you're going to want to make sure you do activate this thing from the front of the command room where you actually go ahead and build your Tesla gun. Go ahead, press the button, and this will activate the escort process. So you're going to need to get one part from the morgue area and one part from the laboratory area, and you're going to need to escort this little machine in the roof of the actual building. You're going to need to escort this around. It's going to be a little red circle around it. Keep getting killed within that little red circle to keep the machine moving. The more kills you get, the more it will move, and it will move towards a specific part in the morgue and a specific part in the laboratory. So you're just going to want to keep following this around. It is pretty self-explanatory. If you just keep following it around, it will take you exactly where you need to go. It will take you to the area in the morgue first, and then it will take you to some little machine that it does go ahead and do something with, and then it ends up draining a whole bunch of stuff within the other little machine that you get the part from. If you escort it that far and you wait a little while, it should give you your first part for the Tesla gun straight away. After it has done this, it will go ahead and move back to the command room, and then further you will have to follow it into the laboratory. It will go ahead, if you get kills around it, it will keep moving, and then it will take you to another area in the laboratory where it will wait a little while and just process while it's making the part for the Tesla weapon. If you get both of those parts, then boom, there you go. You'll have all of the accessories that you need for the Tesla weapon. You can go ahead and pick up the second part, take it back to the assembly area, and you can actually go ahead and assemble your own Tesla gun. It is really as simple as that. There is also a few upgrades, which I'll be showing you guys later on the video, but for now, that is just the Tesla gun, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so now ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be giving you guys a bit of a guide on how to actually turn on the Pack-a-Punch within this map, and it is pretty simple and straightforward. You don't really have to do anything that is very complicated. It is pretty easy. If you have enough points to open up doors, you should be able to go ahead and get this done pretty fast with ease. So the first thing that you want to do is you're going to want to make your way down to the Pack-a-Punch area of the map. Basically, the Pack-a-Punch area is kind of down. If you go down through the well, and you should be able to open up a door to the sewers, and then you'll go down and make your way to the Pack-a-Punch area. If you want to know more around the map, make sure you have watched the actual start of the video where I tour you guys around the map and show you guys where everything is. But if you've watched that and you know where you're going, basically, just go down the sewers, open up the first door there, and then you should be able to get there pretty simply. There is going to be a button that you're going to want to press there. Easily, you can go over. It's near the Pack-a-Punch area. It's just a little button that you can hold square or X on. And what this button will do is it will activate 3 sewers around the map that you can actually go down the sewer pipe and actually land back inside the Pack-a-Punch area. But you'll be able to press another button each time that you do use these sewers. So basically, if you go in these 3 sewer pipes, you'll be able to do the Pack-a-Punch. It'll be open, then that is basically it. So I'm going to show you guys the 3 locations of this. They are pretty simple locations, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. The first location is in the command room. If you go around towards the morgue side of the actual room, there will be a little sewer pipe just up there. Go in there for 250 points. That will be your first one. The second one will be inside the laboratory. If you go through the laboratory in kind of like the bottom area of the laboratory near where the perks are, you'll also find one right there. The last location for the Pack-a-Punch area will be over towards where the pub is. And if you go down towards where the pub is and the tower, you can go ahead and make your way, open up the door there. And right at the end of the actual tower area, there will be a sewer pipe that you can quickly go through, and that will complete the Pack-a-Punch quest within the final Reich. Right now, guys, before we actually get into upgrading the Tesla weapon, you're going to need to get up to a certain part of the mini Easter egg. It is pretty simple to get up to this part, but it will take a little bit of, it'll be a bit of a challenge to actually do this step that I'm going to show you guys. So this step, after you built the normal Tesla gun, you should be up to this step where I am. If you go up to where you build the Tesla gun, there should be a little electricity control place, which you can actually hold square on, and when you do that, it'll give you on the above it on the screen, it'll give you a whole bunch of different colors. It'll give you 4 different colors, and there's also 4 other control switches around the map that you're going to need to change. So you're going to get 4 different colors that you have to use for this step, and it is going to give you 4 colors, and in the order of the first color will go to the first control pad, the second color will go to the second control pad, the third and the fourth, etc. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did here. So I got the colors blue, green, blue, and I'm going to show you guys these control pads are actually numbered, so if you just watch my gameplay, you'll know exactly where to go. Just to the right of where you see the colors, you will have a control panel. Go ahead, click on that, the first color that you see. For me, it was blue. Now move along back to the Pack-a-Punch area, and on the entry to the Pack-a-Punch area, there will be another one, and you will put in the color green if you're me, but it changes every game, so you got to make sure that you do look at yours. And then there is another one on the other exit of the Pack-a-Punch area when you're going out to the riverside. If you go ahead, there's a door there, open up that, and then there'll be another one there, and I'll put in green again because that is control pad 3. Now, if we move along, we need to get the last control pad, which is on the entrance to the tower. If we move up to the tower, on the entrance there will be a little control pad that we can put in our last one, which is blue. So that is the exact part that I take. I recommend you guys to take it as well. But after you've done that, you should be able to go ahead and activate the second step. In this second step, there's a specific time that you need to do the last step in. But if you actually go ahead and finish that, you can go back to the tower area, and you can actually go ahead and flip one lever in front of you. So there's a lever right there that you can go ahead and pull, and that will activate another defense sequence, which you'll have to defend that specific lever for a certain period of time. Make sure you do have maybe a few Pack-a-Punch weapons, you have your perks up, and if you have that, you should be able to do this pretty easily. So go ahead and activate the first lever. You just got to kill a whole bunch of zombies around there and finish off that. Hopefully you can go ahead and do that without any problems. Make sure that you hopefully don't have any big boss zombies coming, or else they can really annoy you. Maybe have a camouflage or a free fire ready just in case it does go to worse. And once you've completed that, you will hear a completion sound, and then you can go ahead and activate 2 levers this time. So to each of the other side of that big lever, there's going to be 2 mini levers that you can go ahead and click. You're just going to have to repeat the same thing that you did before with those other levers. So make sure you do go ahead and do that. It is pretty challenging. If you are one player, I'd recommend you guys having co-op, but go ahead, finish off that, and then you can go ahead and you're basically done what you've done there, and that is like the first kind of step of the casual Easter egg. And you can go ahead and go back down to the salt mine, and you can go back down and place your part in the right hand of God, and that will activate the first step of the Easter egg, which will also allow you to upgrade the wonder weapons. So if you guys have kept up to everything that I've done so far, you should be able to go ahead and start upgrading the wonder weapons. I'm going to make a totally separate video actually doing all the wonder weapons in one video, so that'll be linked, a top link in the description once it is out. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure you do go ahead and watch that, because this video would have been like 40 minutes long if we did actually put them all with this one video. So ladies and gentlemen, that will go in a different video. Make sure you do watch that as well, so you can watch and do all of the upgrades within the final Reich. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.